Bindusree, working as an assistant professor in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering at the Institute of Aeronautical Engineering. My subject is high-speed communications. Today I am going to discuss the topic is the related problems. Okay, so this problem is consider a 2 by 2 MIMO system with the channel matrix. So this is the matrix from 0.3, 0.5, 0.7 and zero point 0.2. These are the 2 by 2 matrix. 2 by 2 matrix. Assume that H is known at both the transmitter and receiver, and the total transmitted power of P equal to 10 milliwatts is available for transmission across the two transmit antennas AWGN. So this is the additive weight Gaussian channel with N not equal to 10 power minus 19 as per hertz at each receive antenna and bandwidth B equal to 100 kHz. Find the SVD of H and find the channel capacity, the channel state information at transmitter. By using all the given data, so now we are going to find the SVD of H and channel capacity, channel state information. So before going to the SVD of H, so what is the SVD? What is the SVD? So SVD is the singular value decomposition. This is the stands for SVD. It is a matrix factorization technique in the MIMO communication system. What is the MIMO? Multiple inputs and the multiple outputs. That means at a time, generally in the communication system, we are using the single transmitter and the receiver. So coming to the MIMO, so we can use the multiple transmitters as well as multiple receivers. So this is the MIMO communication system. To by using the MIMO system, so we can use the parallel channel. So that means we cannot wait for the remaining transmitters and the remaining receivers. So whatever the signal will be receiving from that particular transmitter, so based on that one, so this is the parallel connection MIMO channel into the independent of the parallel channels. Okay, this is the singular value decomposition. So here we are taking the channel matrix H. So this is the U summation of E power T. So what is the H equal to U power U summation of E power H for the complex matrices? So we'll discuss what is this is the formula for the SVD. So let us know what is the U and what is the V. So U is the left singular matrix. This is the orthogonal unitary matrix. Summation is the diagonal matrix containing the singular values. V is the right singular matrix, orthogonal unitary matrix. Transpose of V, that is the conjugative transpose V power H for complex matrices. So here we are taking the U and V. One is the left singular matrix, one is the right singular matrix. V power transpose of V is the complex of the matrix, and next one is the diagonal of the matrix. So this is the singular value decomposition. By using this one, so we can between the transmitter and receiver, so we are having the one channel. So the channel matrix is the H only. So now we are going to find the MIMO channel to the independent parallel channels. So here we are taking the 2 by 2 MIMO channel, that means multiple inputs and multiple outputs. Let us take, for example, we are taking the H equal to H11, H12. So take the 2 by 2 matrix. So before solve the problem, so what are the components and how can we are taking the U and V values like this only. So for that purpose, let us assume H equal to H11, H12, H21 and H22. After SVD, after applying the singular value decomposition, this is the formula. So here we are taking the singular values. So this is the diagonal matrix. The summation is the diagonal matrix. So diagonal only we are taking the values. Remaining diagonal will the 0. These are the singular values. They represent the strengths of the independent communication channels. So by using the MIMO channel, it converts the independent parallel subchannels. It removes the interference between the data streams. So by using the multiple inputs and multiple outputs, so whatever the interference will be occurred between these two data streams, we can remove that interference. By using the multiple transmitter and multiple receivers, all are using the parallel channel only. So by using this one, we can remove the interference. It enables the optimal power allocation using the water filling algorithm. So that is the CSA. That is the CS80. So this is the maximum channel capacity. By using this one, we can find the maximum. So find the maximum channel capacity. For that purpose, we can use the CS80. So this is our problem. So what is the given data? So that is the H equal to 0.3, 0.5, 0.7 and 0.2. What is the transmitted power? 10 milliwatts. So that is the 0.01 watts. So what is the noise of this one? Is the Aeronautical 10 power minus 9 as per Hs. Next one they are giving the bandwidth also. Now we are finding the noise power. Noise power is the N naught into B. So this is the noise of the power spectral density. What is the PST? Power spectral density. Already they are given in the problem. So that is the N naught equal to 10 power minus 9 W by Hs. So next one B equal to 100 kilohertz. This is the 10 power 3. So 10 power 3 and 10 power 2 is the 10 power 5 Hs. Now finding the N equal to N naught into B. So what is the N naught? 10 power minus 9 into 10 power 5. So this is the 10 power minus 4. This is the noise power. Now first one is the find the SVD of H. SVD of H. What is the formula? H equal to U summation of E power T. Okay. So since H is the real, so first find out the H transpose of the H, that is the U transpose of the B. So here we are taking the only one channel matrix. So that's what here we are finding the transpose of the H. What is the H value? 0.3, 0.5, 0.7 and 0.2. So applying the transpose of the H, rows will be converted to the columns and columns will be converted to the rows. So rows 0.3 and 0.5, this row will be converted as a column. So similarly 0.7 and 0.2, this will be converted as another column. So this is the transpose of the H. Now transpose of the H into H. So that means what is the transpose of the H? 0.3, 0.7, 0.5 into 0.2. So how can we multiply this one? So 0.3 is multiply with this one, 0.3 into 0.3 plus 0.3 into 0.7. Next one 0.7 into 0.5 plus 0.7 into 0. So that means this element will be multiplied with this first element will be multiplied with the first second matrix row. First matrix, first element will be multiplied with the column and adding this to 1. So 0.3 and next similarly like this one. Similarly 0.5 into 0.3 plus 0.2 into 0.7. So similarly 0.5 into 0.5 plus 0.2 into 0.2. What is the value? 0.3 into 0.3, so 0.09, 0.21. Next one 0.35 and 0.14, 0.15 plus 0.14, 0.25 plus 0.04. So now we are adding this one 0.09 plus 0.21. So what happened? 10, 0.30. 0.3 into 0.3 plus 0.3 into 0.7. Next one so next one generally 0.09 and 0.21, 0.30. Next one 15 and 14, 0.49. Next one 0.69 and 0.29. This is the H transpose of the H. So for example, if you are taking the H into H transpose, so what is the H value? 0.3, 0.5, 0.7 and 0.2. What is the transpose value? 0.3, 0.7, 0.5 and 0.2. So now multiply this one 0.09 plus 0.25. Next one 0.21 plus 0.10. Next one 0.7 into 0.3, 0.21 plus 0.35 Next one 0.49 plus 0.04. 0.30, 0.31. Next one 0.21 plus 0.56. Next one 0.4, 13, 53. This is the multiplying the H transpose of the H. So now here we are taking the H into H transpose. So what is the H value? H value is the given problem H equal to 0.3, 0.5, 0.7 into 0.2, 0.2. So now transpose of this one 0.3 and 0.7, 0.5 into 0.3, 0.5, 0.7 into 0.2. So now multiply these two is the 0.3 into 0.3, 0.09. Okay, first one is the again 0.3 into 0.3 plus 0.7 into 0.7. Next one 0.3 into 0.5 plus 0.7 into 0.2. So similarly 0.5 into 0.3 plus 0.2 into 0.7, 0.5 into 0.5 plus 0.2 into 0.2. So now we can calculate. So this one is the 0.09 plus 0.49. Next one 0.15 plus 0.14. So again 0.15 plus 0.14. Again 0.25 plus 0.04. So 0.09 plus 0.49. So this is the 0.58. Next one 0.15 plus 0.492, 0.29. Next one 0.15 plus 0.14 is the 0.29. Next 0.25 plus 0.04 is the 0.29. So this is the multiply with the transpose of the H and H. Next finding the next step is the find the eigenvalues. So then the characteristic equation of the eigenvalues is the H transpose H minus lambda I equal to 0. So first one is the what is the H transpose of the H? 0.5, 0.29, 0.29 and 0.29. So that's what here we are applying the characteristic equation for this matrix, for the resultant matrix 0.58 minus lambda. So this is the singular values, diagonal values. So that's what for the diagonal we are applying the minus lambda, remaining are the same. Now we are finding the characteristic equation of this one, means now we are finding the lambda value. So this is the, let us assume one is the lambda 1 and the other one is the lambda 2. So 0.58 minus lambda. So what is the, how to find the characteristic equation? This one into and this 0.58 minus lambda into 0.29 minus lambda minus 0.29 whole square equal to 0. Based on this one, lambda square minus, now simplifying this equation, we are getting this one. So based on this one, by using the a square minus b square plus 2ab, a square plus b square minus 2ab, by using this formula. So next one, finding the lambda 1 and the lambda 2 values. So how to find this lambda 1 and lambda 2? Lambda equal to lambda minus 0.87 plus 0. So if you are taking this finding the characteristic equations, so applying the characteristic equations, so multiply with this one 0.0841 lambda square. So now we are finding this characteristic equation of the lambda 1 and lambda 2. Now then we are getting the lambda 1 and the lambda 2. So already we know how to find this characteristic equation. So a square minus 2ab plus b square equal to 0. So by using this characteristic equation, we can find this value. The next one, singular values. So how to find the singular values? This is the rho of I equal to square root of the lambda I. Already we are finding the lambda 1 and the lambda 2 by using this one rho 1 and rho 2. That is 0.75 and 0.11, 0.870, 0.335. So now what are the lambda 1, lambda 2? So here the diagonal values lambda 1, 0 and the lambda 2. Sorry, not lambda 2, rho 1 and rho 2. So the diagonal values are the 0.87 and 0.335. Next, we'll find matrix V, lambda 1 equal to 0.75. Now finding the eigenvectors, V1 equal to 0.81 by, where is the 0.81? So V equal to 0.81 by, so now finding the V values, V equal to 0.81 by 0.52 square. So now here we are taking the for lambda 2, again V2 equal to 0.526 by minus 0.851. So for taking the V values, V1 and V2, 85, 0.52, 0.52 and 0.851. So next finding the matrix U equal to H, diagonal of the lambda minus 1. After calculation, 0.57 and this one, now we are getting the row vectors H equal to U epsilon V power transpose. So U values is this one and the diagonal values, and then we are getting the V values. Next, BBT is the capacity with the CSIT. Since the CSIT is the available using the water filling, first one finding the gains. That gains are denoted as a G1 and G2. That is the rho 1 square and rho 2 square, 0.758 and 0.112. So already we are finding the row 1 and row 2. So next n equal to, already they are giving the problem n equal to 10 power minus 4 watts. Water filling is the n by G1 and the n by G2. Based on this one, here we are getting the values. Since the total power is much larger than these values, both the channels are receiving power. Receive the power. Now finding the water values, that is denoted as a mu equal to P plus n by G1 plus n by G2. So n by G1, P is the 0.01, n by G1 is the 1.32 into 10 power minus 4, and the n by G2 is the 8.93 into 10 power minus 4 by 2 equal to this one. This is the step 2. This is the step 2. So already we are finding the check whether the 0.01. So here we are kind of finding the 0. The total water level equal to 0.00551. Now we are finding the P1 plus P2 equal to 0.01. So already they are given in the problem, that is the total power, that is a 0.01. So here we are getting the 0.00551. So if you are adding the P1 plus P2, we are getting the 0.01 volts. So water levels mu equal to P plus n by G1 plus n by G2. So this is the total power P1 plus P2, that is the 0.01 volts. Next one, capacity. So this is the based on the bandwidth, you can find the capacity. C equal to B, summation of I equal to 1 to 2 log base to 1 plus PAJ by N. Already we know the channel 1 and the channel 2. For the channel 1, SNR 1 equal to, we are getting the value into 0.758 by 10 power minus 1. That is the 40.8. Next, similarly, we are finding the SNR 2 also. Now the SNR 1 and SNR 2 values are this one. Now finding the C equal to C1 plus C2. Already we are getting the C1 value and the C2 value. So adding these two values, we are getting the 8.02 into 10 power 5 bps. So that is the bits per second. So the total capacity equal to 0.80 megabits per second. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.